All right, as I'm making this video, I've made over 170 examples for my Amazon seller account. And most of the examples I've given you, 95% of them are very low risk examples, I would say. This one's a slightly riskier one that we jumped on. It's less than 20 drops per month on Keepa. So that tells me it's not moving quite fast enough to be a sure thing or to be a very safe bet. This is a slightly riskier one. So when I jump on these, typically we only send in 1 or 2 units, which is what I did in this case. We sent in 1 unit a couple weeks ago, and it sold for $80. That's up here, right? Over 80 bucks. I'll show you in just a moment the FBA button. I'll click it on so you can see me sitting up here. But look at this buy box line. That's what I love about this ASIN. Even without these 2 spikes back here, pretend those never happened. That's encouraging that it did, but even if it hadn't happened, I love this buy box. See how it's bouncing up and down? It's a nervous buy box line. I love to see a nervous buy box line coming and going. It shows back up here, it vanishes, it shows back up here a couple times. Is nice and attractive down here, right? I don't care how many sellers there are. I'm looking at how many other FBA sellers there are with decent inventory. In this case, there aren't any other FBA sellers with decent inventory right now. So even though it's dropping less than 20 times per month, I have a chance to be the only FBA seller. So what did I do? I'm going to click on the FBA button here, and there I am, made a sale. Boom, right here, that's me. Over 80 bucks, made a sale. I didn't check exactly when we sent this in, but I think it was a couple weeks or so ago. But here I am, boom. This orange dot does not represent a sale, by the way. Do not get confused. Keepa has no idea when sales are happening. There's no way for them to tell you that. All they can tell you is what price point are sellers using. And I'm telling you, I just made a sale on this at 80 bucks with a buy box way down here. Why was I confident to price so high? Again, there's not adequate FBA sellers on this ASIN. The buy box is nervous. It's coming and going. It's moving fast enough that I was willing to take the risk to test a unit here. And my cost on this one is an easily sourced product well below $40, mid-30s, and I can sell them for 80. I'm going to go get a couple more and hop back right on top of this ASIN again and make steady sales. To me, if I was predicting, I'd say a handful a month. You build a catalog of ASINs that look like this, you're going to have a very beautiful business. If you want to see 170 more examples that aren't quite as risky as this one, and when I say aren't quite as risky, what I mean is they're dropping more per month than this one is. Again, this one's dropping well less than 20 times a month. Typically, to be safe, if you want to play super conservative, you're going to only hop on ASINs that are dropping at least 30 to 40 times or more per month, because then you know for sure if you have to drop your price down, you're going to be able to get rid of your inventory. You don't want to be sitting on ASINs where even if you drop your price, they still just sit there. Those are a bummer. But if it's moving fast enough, you know you can drop your price, get rid of your ASIN, get rid of your inventory, and get your cash back and move on to the other exciting ASINs with your money. So if you're willing to take a little bit of a risk, look for ASINs that drop less than 30 times a month, down into less than 20 times a month even. We've got some that we're on that are dropping only 5 to 8 times per month, but we're the only FBA seller, and we're making nice sales. And in some cases, we're making very steady sales. Happy hunting.